Welcome back, Storm Survivors. It's your boy Stormer16 here, and today we're coming at you live with another fishing video. Now, right here, I have my cousin Coral, and she's going to be helping us out catching some bluegill today.
Why,
now,
hello.
Hello. Today we are going to be using a fly rod to catch some bluegill. Unfortunately, I forgot to bring my fly box, so I am down to one fly to use. Hopefully, I recently went to the horse park up in Georgetown, and I tried this fly out and have caught a pretty good amount of fish. So we are going to try this out today and see if we can't catch anything. So at first we're going to go in time lapse. Basically that's just where we speed up the video, and as soon as we start catching anything, I'll have Coral go back to regular video and we will record us catching some fish. So, YouTube viewers, during the period that we stopped recording, we got our first bite, and Coral was a really big help today. And here's our first fish. Not a bad bluegill to start off the day. Where's that? No, that is a bluegill. We've got bluegill and yellow sunfish in here, so hopefully we will be able to get both species. And I do know for a fact that there is a super large bass in here, although I'm afraid to catch that thing because I had 10-pound line on a pole once and snapped it. So, and I've only got 8-pound line now, so I'm a little worried about that. But now we're just going to be moving around the bank. We're going to go to this other side over here, try over there, and hopefully get some more fish, and hopefully on regular video. But we're not going to start recording until we actually get at least a bite. We got another one, YouTube viewers. We are getting better at this, YouTube viewers. We really are. Ah! This guy wants to live. Don't worry, little guy, you're gonna live. We just want to show the YouTube viewers you. That guy's a little bit on the smaller side, but still, not a bad fish. Well, that is, I think, 5 for today, YouTube viewers. It's not a bad day. And normally, let me tell you a little secret little tip, especially for pond fishing. If you really want to get out here and get a load of bluegill, especially big ones, get yourself a bobber, a hook, and one or two slices of bread. Doesn't take much. You take that bread and you crush it, and you roll it into a small ball on that hook. I'm telling you, you'd be lining them up. I wish I had bobber and hook with me today, otherwise I would show you how well it works. It works really well, and it doesn't take that long. I mean, I've been out here in the evening and I've waited 5 minutes for a hookup. Now we're gonna keep recording here because we just had a bite, and I have a feeling that this is a very fishy section of the pond. So it seems very fishy to me. So we're gonna keep recording here. I'm gonna get untangled from my line here, and we're gonna see if we can't get a hookup another. Because I see a bunch of bluegill popping up around. What's on that? Hookup. So all I'm doing, if you guys can see, there's this little U shape in the pond, and all I'm doing is casting and trying to keep my oh, I almost had a big there. But all I'm doing is really slow my fly along this little bank, and like I'm casting it right in on the bank. That's something. I don't know if that was a turtle or if that was a fish. And all I'm doing is getting really slow. Oh, I had one there. And every now and then I stop and check my rod because my rod it's not the newest rod, and it's very loose. And what I mean by loose is I've taken it apart so many times and put it back together that the oh crap, I'm stuck on cattail. This is the only problem with farm pond fishing that I don't like is the cattails. They are very hard to deal with. And I'm going right here by the bank. I'm seeing this small fish right here by the bank, like right here along the bank side. Although I am not having much luck. So if my camera girl will pick up the net and then pick up the camera, net first, and then the camera, and then we will work our way down along this bank side. I'm going to work my way all the way to the other side of this bank, and hopefully we can get one. We're going to end the video here, and then we will go over and try out some radical fishing. It's fine, it's fine. So YouTube viewers, we just had our first strike, and it was a pretty good size. So we're going to see if we can't get that sucker back up. It was right here by the bank. We're just fishing parallel to the bank, and we had a really nice strike. So we're gonna see if we can't get it back. It was a nice fish too. You could easily tell that that was a really good fish.
Yeah? Yeah.
I can take it from here. So Coral has to go help my grandma, so we are going to be on our own for a little bit, but that's fine. We fished on our own before, and I'm really sad that I did not get that fish. It was a nice sized fish. But we might have another shot. I always feel like shooting it real slow, so we'll try that before we begin. Oh, I think that might have been a fish. Had a little bit of a tick there. Not enough for a fish, though. Probably got stuck on a. Try out here a little further away from the bank a little bit. But honestly, I think we're going to get the most shot right by the bank because it's the most shallow there. But we'll keep it on track. Give it a try. If it doesn't work, we'll try different stuff. That's the beauty of fishing. You never know what you gotta do to catch them fish. You always gotta be prepared to try something new. We already got one fish on the video. I plan to make this like a hour-long video with little fast-paced cutscenes and stuff like that. I think that's a good length for videos is an hour. I think after an hour you're like, I'm ready for something else. I don't know if I got a tick there or not. I need to be paying attention and not talking about the video, but that's also part of YouTube. You gotta be able to learn. Oh, there was a fish. There was a fish. Oh, right there. That's a perfect angle. Right along parallel. Oh, I got a little tick there. Not enough to set the hook, though. You'll know if it's enough to set the hook. Your line will flick up. Not getting any bites. We might have to move. I think it might be a good idea to move. So let me show you what I like to do, YouTube viewers. When I move, when I reel in my line to move, I like to cast it out and then reel it in by the reeler. Two reasons I do that. One, it makes it easier winding up your line, and two, it gives you an extra shot at getting a fish, because while you're reeling, you have the fly on the water, and you reel it in, and you could get a fish. The only trick to this method is you got to be ready to set that hook. You got to be ready to grab that line, give a jerk. We're going to move down the lake here. I see a bush over here. We're going to try to get over by this bush, because bluegill and bass, both bluegill and bass, love making their structure on like very weeded areas. So we just moved down barely any, because this is a small pond, so you don't have to move a long way each session. And I will also discuss, maybe not in this video, some casting methods for fly fishing. I don't know all the casting styles, but I do know a few. And we're just going to reel this right beside this bank. And so far, nothing big yet. Oh, we got a fish. We have a fish on our hand. A nice one. I'm going to reel it over here towards the net so Coral can... we have the fish. Let's get this guy. So now, to release this fish, we're going to put it back in the net, and Coral is going to release it just by flipping the net over. But first, we got to show our YouTube viewers what fish we caught. Now, this one isn't a bluegill. This looks like a cedar yellow sunfish. But look at that guy or girl. I think it's mostly girls in here. But look at that. That's a nice fish. So we're going to put it back here in the net, and now Coral is going to release it. Now, all she's going to do is put it in the net and just kind of flip it over. Yeah, that's it. Now just pop it up and down. Just pop it up and down. Up and down. Hang on, I got to help her out here. Here, let me show you. Yeah, it'll be a little rough with it. Well, there we go, YouTube viewers. We have our second fish for the thing, and this is the only problem with this net. It's a very short net that I got here, and this hook always wants to get caught up in the net. But I will give the net back over to her, and let's see if we can't get another one here, because the best thing about bluegill is they're panfish, and something I've learned over the years about panfish, they like to school. So we could get another fish right here at the same spot. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna try to get another one right here at the same spot. So like before, I am just fishing parallel to the bank, and yeah, we'll see what we can get. It seems to me like all the big panfish are getting a little cautious. They're learning my fly. So one tip I can give you, YouTube viewers, is when fly fishing and you've only got one fly like today, is after you've made a couple rounds around the pond and they're not biting, is just stop for a while. Stop fishing for a while, come back a little later, because the beauty about fishing is if a fish gets kind of smart and learns your tricks, it won't remember it for a good while, for a decent bit of time. So if you go away and kind of come back, the fish will have forgot what tactic you're using most of the time, and might your fly. But I've always loved fly fishing, mostly because, I mean, it's so simple. I mean, with bait fishing, you gotta, if the fish steals your bait, is what I'm trying to say. You got to rebait it up and cast it out, which is super expensive. But if you have a fly, as long as you learn how to not snag that fly, you can reuse the same fly over and over and over again. And it's not, and the flies themselves aren't that expensive. I know for this fly that I tied, I spent like a couple cents on it, like on the materials. But I'm not catching any more fish here, so we are going to move down. But that is pretty good. So far for this video, we have already caught 2 panfish. And Coral's over there, like, nodding her head. She's liking it, I'm liking it. And that's the beauty of fishing. As long as you're having fun, there's no hard, strict rules. So we're going to stop right here. We're parallel to one of the bank sides again. I like fishing parallel to the bank. It really, I think it increases your chances of catching a fish, honestly. Like if you fish right beside a bank, I think it really helps your chances of catching a fish. Now what I'm doing is I'm fishing slow and then give it a little pop. That, I think, oops, a little fish came up and bit the knot. The only problem here is I'm fishing parallel to the wind too, so I'm having a hard time casting my fly out, but I'm getting it out there. And hopefully we can get a bite. Haven't got one yet, but I ain't gonna stay here too long because, like I said, I think I had a little tip. Oh, there was a bite. I got a bite there, you viewers. All right, I'm enjoying this thoroughly, and I know Coral is. She is enjoying bringing in these fish for me. And I would have had her have her own rod, but unfortunately I forgot that I cut the hook off my other rod and I don't have another hook to put on the rod. So unfortunately it's just going to be me doing the rod. I don't think she's ever fly fished. No, so I would let her fly fish, but I don't think she would want to. It seems kind of challenging. What do you think?
I might a little bit later once I get a little bit more experience in fishing, but you know, I've never really been like a fishing person.
Yeah, I'm the one introducing all my family members to fishing. I've been fishing ever since ever since I could hold up a rod. You know, I've always been a fisherman. It's always been my way to relax. So yeah, we are not having too much luck. Oh, I had a little bite there.
See. I saw that.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna just dangle my fly right here, see if we can't. Nothing's happening. I wonder if I can pull it along. Nothing. They want to. Here's the problem, YouTube viewers. We're gonna move down a little bit. But here's the problem with the fish. They want to bite my knot more than they want to bite my fly. And my knot. I should tie a hook on my knot point. I mean, like, seriously, they want to bite the knot more than they do the fly. I think it's because the super tag. See, here, let me show you what I mean. I tied my fly on my leader. Now, here's another way you can, if I could grab it without hooking myself. I cheat a little bit with fly fishing because in fly fishing, you're supposed to buy these leaders to tie on your fly. I cheat a little bit and I just cut off a little bit of fishing line to use for my leader, kind of save a little bit of money. But this is another way I cheat a little bit, is I leave a little bit of tag in attached to my leader. So that way I can watch the line, and if I get a little tick, I can see it instead of just feeling it. Now, in fly fishing, you're supposed to learn how to feel the tick and set the hook. Mostly because when you feel the tick, you know the fish is on there. Let me back up. You can't quite see me really good. But another benefit to feeling the tick is you don't have to pay as much attention to your line, and allows you to do better, like, professional recordings, like talking to the people on the camera. But I like watching my line because it allows me to get more fish, as it were, because I can watch the line and you know, pay more attention to what time I need to set the hook. Because with fly fishing, you really want to set the hook immediately after you get a bite. But we've been recording for about 12 minutes and we haven't gotten a bite like pretty soon. So we're gonna go to time lapse and until we get another bite. Okay, YouTube viewers, we've been here for a little bit. We've given it a little bit to uh, uh, a little bit of time for the fish to get a little wondering of what we're gonna do, and hopefully we can catch that. Now I've got Coral Manding standing the using the net again. I don't know why I can't think today. I guess because I'm trying to think of cool tricks to outthink these fish. So what we are going to do is try to catch some fish and hopefully we get some. Now, Coral, I need you to come over here with the net and be ready in case we catch. Stand on this side of me because I don't want to whack with the knots. This is the only thing I don't like about fly fishing is the fact that your fly will get caught on the grass when you try to cast. Not having any luck, but I just started. But I like fly fishing because it's relatively easy way to fish because there's not a lot of tactic to it. I mean, you can make it very tactful way of fishing, but you can also use a lot of simplicity. And right now I'm just fishing near the bank, and then I'm gonna go around the bank, and if I don't get no bites on the bank, I'm going to go all the way around the bank here. Oh, we got a fish. We have a big fish. Oh, get that net. Get that in the net, and we have the fish. I didn't even know that was on there, YouTube viewers. Or go behind me. I want to make sure. You drop the net. Drop the net. I just want to make sure they can see me. All right. Let's show this guy on camera here. If I can get this hook. Man, this was in his snout. This was in his nose. There we go. There we go. Look at that beauty. Nice bluegill. Actually, no. That's a sunfish right there. Nice beauty. We're gonna put her back and try to get another one. Now, we like to be a little bit more gentle with our bluegill, especially at our farm pond. So what we like to do is we like to put it in the net, and then, as our lovely little show lady will do, she flips it and just pops it right back in there. No harm done to the fish. And now, we'll see if we can. We may catch it again. That's the beauty of fly fishing. The flies look so real that some of the fish will bite a second time. Let's see. We may not get another one here. Usually, with fly fishing, you have to try once you catch a fish, unless you get unless you get a bite or two immediately. Oh, we had a strike there. It's later in the evening, so a lot of the fish are more active right now. So we could get another one right here. We'll stay here for two more casts. If nothing, we don't get nothing, move on. But this is the reason why I like fly fishing, because we already had a bite here. I'm trying to keep it on top of the water. It seems that they are striking very close to the surface. So I'm trying to keep the fly moving. And a little trick you can do. So this is a homemade dry fly that I made. So what I like to do is sometimes what you do is you grab the fly and then you press and then pull. You can pull some of the water out. Then when you cast it, it will dry the fibers out and hopefully keep the fly towards the top of the water. So we're gonna cast this out again and hopefully catch another fish. I mean, I already got another bite there, so we could catch one, but then again, we might need to change up our tactics. I'm gonna cast over here, see if I can't get nothing that way. Oh, I had a little tick there. Cast over this way and see if we can't get nothing back this way. Because you never know where them fish are going to be. So you want to try every spot that you can have available. You never know where the fish might be. But I like casting alongside like this way because it gives me a good angle and I can get a good cast. I'm used to casting from right to left because I'm right-handed, and this is how that's how right-handed person would normally cast. But sometimes casting left to right is necessary to catch a fish. But I'm not getting another bite, and that's sort of discouraging me from this spot. So we are going to move down down the pond bank and start. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go down the pond bank and we'll be back as soon as we get to our next location. Back, YouTube viewers. So we're at our next location, but I thought I'd take a few minutes just to talk about what we are using today. Now, for recording, I have Coral. Actually, my cousin Coral has a few jobs now. She is not only my netter, but she's also my camera worker. Yeah, she's doing little poses in the background. Today, I am just using a simple little fly that I have made myself, and if Coral would zoom in so you can see it a little bit better, just so you can see, all it is a little bit of string and black feathers. Now zoom back out.
If it'll let me. There we go.
Yeah, we're new at this. We just started YouTubing, so there will be some recording issues. We will work them out in due time, but please, especially my subscribers, stay patient. We will be working this out.
Have mercy on us.
Have mercy. Even though we show no mercy. Anyway, this is a black fly that I tied, and I will be showing a video soon how to tie it. It's very simple. All I used for it was a simple, small bluegill hook. I think size 5. It's very small. Really all I used is sewing thread. That you can get special fly tying thread, but I don't have a big enough YouTube channel yet, and I don't have enough income for that. Are you gonna throw a walnut? Throw a walnut. Go ahead. Throw it in the water. In the water. We're a bunch of jokesters around here. Anyway, now that we talked about fly, we're gonna talk about my gear. Now, I can't tell you too much about this rod because this was a gift. I didn't buy it myself. My uncle, actually, Coral's dad, gave me this rod. So, yeah, I can't tell you too much about it. But I do know that it has at least, I think this is fly line. It's a size, I think 6 fly line with, and as far as my leader is concerned, it is a 8-pound test leader. Now the reason I know this is because I didn't actually buy the leader. I bought an 8-pound test spool of line and made my own leader. Please forgive me, YouTube viewers. I know that's cheating, but it's a way that I can save money and still have good fly fishing videos for you. So now that we have talked a little bit, and I'm not going to talk about my reeler because I'm getting a new reeler for this because this actually broke on me. I am fishing with a broken reeler. But that's why this is my bluegill rod. I don't go after no big rod, catfish or carp or bass on this. I mean, I have caught like 5-pound bass on this, But basically, I pull them in with my hand, not the reeler. I mean, I can do it with the reeler, but there's no point since it's broken. So we are going to start fishing for now. We're going to end this video because I want to start the video when we actually get a fish on thing, because I don't have a whole lot of storage space on my phone, as I've already talked about. So we're going to end this video, and I'm going to have my camera girl start it as soon as I get a hookup. So we'll see you then. Okay, so let's see what we can get, YouTube viewers. Right here was a good spot we got. This is where we got our first fish. Let's see if we can get another. So I'm just doing it very slow. Oh, I think I had a little nibble there. And something you'll notice to kind of make my fly a little bit easier to give my fly a little live action look to it is when I reel it back, I keep my rod tip either touching or parallel to the water. It helps me give little live action, like reeling strokes back with the fly. And there's a bunch of different reeling techniques that I will discuss in another video. But this video, all about catching bluegill. And what I'm doing right now is my double jerk technique, which is, as the name implies, like jerk twice, let it rest. Jerk twice, let it rest. And what that does is trigger a really oh, we got a fish. We got a fish. We have a fish, YouTube viewers. Here we go. Ah ha ha. We have another one. That'll make fish 7? I think it's fish 7. So we're gonna walk up here and show these YouTube viewers this little fish. If I could get the hook out of his mouth. That guy was hooked perfectly, YouTube viewers. Look at that guy. Or girl. I don't know how to tell the difference, YouTube viewers. I am gonna look at the video about that. But yeah, right there, nice bluegill. This pond is loaded with them. I'm telling you, we're gonna keep recording here, and we're gonna see if we can't get another. Because like I'm telling you, this right here, this little bankside right here, where we were just recording in the last section, there and right here are the 2 top spots for bluegill. I'm telling you, this pond, and I have another pond that I'm gonna record at, but unfortunately, I'm not gonna have my expert camera girl with me because she's got to go tonight, and I'm planning on doing that tomorrow. So I'm gonna go back to my double twitch method because that is what triggered that strike right there. And what makes the double twitch method a very hard one to master is because the fish like to strike the fly on the paws, which makes it very difficult to set the hook. I love the little jerky reeling motion because I find it helps me trigger more strikes. There's also the one twitch method that I have, which is just give it a jerk and then pause. Give it a jerk and pause. Give it a jerk and pause. It really works. But I caught that guy on the double twitch. So I'm gonna give it another try. And you know, play around with your twitches, you know? And play around with your even non-twitch. A good method I like is no twitch at all, just reel it straight. Oops. See, I think I had a little tick there. I just paused. There is no right or wrong way to reel your fly back. Now, professional, see, I'm not a professional fly angler. I've never competed in any tournaments. I plan to, but there is no right or wrong way. For me, I feel. Other professionals will say There is a right or wrong way to do it. If you do it this way, you're doing it wrong. Me, I find that if it catches fish, it's the right way for me. Yeah. But this is the relaxing part of fishing, you know. Just yeah. My camera girl just informed me she saw a fish flop, and I saw it too. But I was already in a cast, so I could not get it. However, that was a small fish. I'll try to get it, but I mean, it was so small. I don't even think it would attack the fly. But I could be wrong because I've caught bass, and it I had a um, huge crankbait, and the bass itself, it was like a baby bass, and it attacked a lure twice its size. So small fish will strike bigger fly. I wish I had a popper fly. Those work really well. If you have a top water fly, my go-to fly would be a top water fly. Unfortunately, I lost all my flies due to lily pads and rocks. Uh, but if you have a popper, my professional opinion is use it. Although this has been a pretty long video, we've been here how long on the video?
I don't know, 40 minutes?
You can look on the video.
6.
6 minutes. So, and we've been doing a good variety of 6, 7 minutes out here. We've been recording most of the day. So if we don't get anything, we're gonna go down that other side. If we don't get anything on that other side, we are going to call it quits for the night. But we're gonna go, and as soon as we do, we're gonna go. I'm gonna cut the video here. I'm gonna go fish along this side. If I don't catch anything relatively quick, we may or may not start another video. It's already gonna be a pretty decent video because I know I got like a couple 12-minute videos on the recording. So if we don't catch nothing pretty soon, we are going to be ending it. But this is where we're gonna end it now. Hopefully, we'll have another section.